It's time for the Saints Happy Hour season preview extravaganza. The Saints were going to have a quiet off week before the season started, right? Okay. Ceedy's gone. Marcus Maye is waving pistols around like he's Yosemite Sam. Saints football is back, baby. Welcome to Falcons Hate Week. Thomas, hit that.
G'day, it's Stevic from 12 Ninja here, and look, if you like American football, you should check out Saints Happy Hour podcast. I personally know fuck all about American football, other than it's a bunch of massive blokes wearing spandex, shoulder pads and helmets, running around with throwing a football. In Australia, you don't throw footballs. You punch it or you kick it, and there's no protection. They're all naked, and there's sharks and crocodiles fired out of cannons onto the field, and we all stand around and drink blood watching it. But American football's your thing, you know what to do. Saints Happy Hour podcast. Stick it in your ear hole.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. We are live on Twitch. If you aren't, follow us on Twitch and remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcasts. Smash that like button on Twitch and YouTube. Also, become an annual patron at patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour and get 2 months for free. Thanks to Bo Jackson and Danielle. They signed up in the last couple of days. We appreciate it, guys. And thanks to Hatchet John 13 for gifting 1 tier 1 sub. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And Thomas wanted me to remind everybody that this month, you can get 30% off if you subscribe on Twitch. So do it. And, of course, the live show is creeping up. September 16th, Port Orleans. Going to be an amazing night. RSVP in the link description below. Dave asked me before the show, Dave, I checked it. We are at 109 RSVPs. We only have 125 cups. So if you want your boys are back cup featuring the Honey Badger and Jarvis Landry, you got to RSVP. You get the cup. You fill it with beer. Your first beer is only $3. All the proceeds go to Team Gleason. You should do it. Just saying. Like be sad if we run out of cups. You're like, I should have RSVP'd, but you didn't. And you don't get the awesome Mardi Gras cup. It's amazing. Thomas designed it. Dave got it in production.
Tough break, bro.
Dave, what are we drinking tonight? Bud Light Lime for me, first one of the season. Let's go.
That is so gross.
That's sickening. I'll jump in. I'm not drinking tonight, and I feel way better about my decision than yours. I was a little embarrassed to not be partaking, but now that I know you're drinking Bud Light Lime, I'm feeling a little bit better about not drinking.
Snob.
Not gonna lie.
I just finished off. I was drinking a Planter's Punch that I finished, so now I'm going to move on to Heavy Hands by Spindle Tap Brewery in
looks tasty.
In Houston.
Is that IPA?
Oh yes, you know it. Oh, you know it. Delicious, sweet nectar of the gods. Somebody should alert the fire marshal. I think the fire marshal might need to be on hand for our show. I'm worried it's going to be too many people.
Yeah, you want to get there. You want to get there early. If the weather's nice, they can open like their garage glass door, and the audio for the show will be outside. They have a nice porch area, but you want to get there early.
And if the weather's not nice, we got a big problem.
That's right. They haven't had a hurricane all year. They need to not have another one for at least 2 more weeks.
Yeah, but even if I'm saying even if it rains that night, it's going to be annoying because I think some people are going to have to out and be outside and listen to us over.
Yeah, we need nice weather. It's not like people bought tickets where they're like, if it's bad weather, I'm going anyway. We want you to show up, but please show up. My wife has put a lot of effort and time.
My
wife. Full disclosure, I did a horrible job as host. The A block of the show is Saints news. I forgot to tell Thomas to have Trevor Penning video ready to go, Andrew, because we got excellent news today from the Saints. Trevor Penning, surgery, better than expected. He's going to be back early November.
Yeah, we already had a podcast to discuss this, so I don't really have anything else to add other than just We'll see. It depends obviously on his rehab. But when you're a young player, sometimes rehab goes a little quicker. And man, it would be great to see him in early November. So hopefully we'll get to see him. And it's good that it's not for the season. We want to be able to see Penning play this season in a Saints uniform. And who knows, man?
Underhill.
By November, we may have a huge use for him. Depending on how injuries go.
Yeah, I mean, Dave, this buoyed my optimism for the Saints. I woke up this morning. I saw the tweet from me and Rappaport. I got a little. I don't know, like a buzz, but like a lift. Yeah, lift.
That was a great use of the word buoy. I mean, that was very good.
Buoyed.
Like yeah. So your pants were a little tighter, is what you were saying. Too.
Definitely.
Well, he got so excited.
Ralph's pants just got tighter.
Fathead on his wall. So.
Oh yeah, you've got the Trevor.
I got thick Underhill. I got Troutman, and I got Jameis Winston at the top.
What about Lewis?
You see it so clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, but seriously, okay, so he's coming back earlier than expected. He's coming back early November. He's a rookie. He's already missed. He's going to miss 2 months. He's still learning. How effective is he going to be? Are we really going to throw him into the starting lineup late in the season as a rookie?
Well, no, but at least he can practice. At least he can play.
I mean, we'll probably be on our third left tackle by then.
If it goes like last year, they might be. But the thing is, it's good because it's not a lost season. It's like Andrew said in the Daily Pod today. Like football is like 6 months on, 6 months off, and if he gets no practices, no game experience this year, it's like his season didn't even happen. And at least he'll get to practice some. And the main thing, Andrew, though, is we get to make thick Underhill jokes all year long now. That's what matters most.
Yeah, well, he's recovering from foot surgery, so he might put on a little weight. So he may even be thicker Underhill.
Add another C on there.
Yeah.
3 C's.
Dave, the Saints, they had bad news last week. We'll get to the Ceedy Duce trade in a minute, but even before that, Marcus Maye is out here waving guns.
No, that was after the Ceedy Duce trade.
That was after the Ceedy Duce trade. That was like peak Saints, though, on the Saints peak Saints scale. Trading your really good slot corner, and then 2 days later, you have your new safety arrested for road rage. It rates pretty high on the Saintsy scale, doesn't it?
Yeah, timing. Not good, Bob. Not good.
Or in this case, Marcus.
Yeah. It was funny, too, because as soon as I saw that tweet said Marcus Maye got arrested for firearm and all that kind of stuff, I said, well, this had to have been in Jefferson Parish because he had to have been in Metairie. There's no way that would have ever happened in Orleans Parish. It is all hellscape in Orleans Parish right now. You do whatever the hell you want to do. People are looting stores, killing people. It's a
You
free
sound like my mom.
No, I know. I sound like Juja's mom too. No, it's not that bad, but I'm kidding. But
it's not that bad.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding because I do not think they would have got
nothing. No. The police would have been like, "You're on your own, buddy."
Yeah, they would have never. No, nobody would have even answered the 911 call. I'm kidding. That is a problem we are having in New Orleans now. You call 911 and nobody answers. So yeah, just figure it out on your own. You're on your own in Orleans.
Jesus.
Yeah. Was a gun fired? No. Goodbye.
Right. Exactly.
Like, why are you even calling us?
So anyway, it was funny. As soon as I read it, I was like, well, he had to have been definitely not in Orleans Parish. I
was kind of, when I saw the Underhill tweet about assault and deadly weapon, I was like, oh, Jesus. But then, I mean, not that it's good, but it's a little bit of road rage, screaming at teenagers. If we got video that he's waving a gun around, then it's bad. But until then, it's like, whatever.
I mean, it's stupid. He shouldn't be doing it. I mean, he makes tons of money.
First of all, he denies that he ever waved a gun at them. So we don't know what happened.
But either way, just on the grand scale of, if Deshaun Watson is all the way up here, Marcus Maye is all the way down here. Like on the grand scale of things, this is not a big deal. Kamara still hasn't even been punished for whatever was involved in. So, like, honestly, like, what's the big? Nothing's going to happen. It's going to get.
But it's more just like the judgment, like the week of the Falcons game. Like if he did it right, allegedly.
Yeah, right.
If he's driving around Metairie and like a couple girls and dad's Mercedes like cut him off or whatever, and he decides like he's so pissed off that he pulls a gun, like week of the Falcons game, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you thinking? And he had a DUI like what 5 months ago. On top of that. You shouldn't be making mistakes in cars right now.
Bad judgment.
To be fair, I have wanted to pull a gun on people on the road in New Orleans myself, but I don't
allegedly.
Own a gun. I don't even own a gun. So.
I mean, you don't condone it.
I've never even
but
shot
you
a real gun.
understand it.
Oh my God! Yes.
You've never shot a real gun, like
no,
never even hunting or anything.
No, I've never been hunting.
Really?
I'm from Long.
Even I did, man. Come on.
We don't have woods. It's all malls.
So he's really quick, Andrew. He's playing Sunday against the Falcons, right?
What do you think they're gonna? You think they're gonna like have? What do you?
Dave's playing.
Unless there's video.
They're gonna go through the whole process of
shoot your dick off
through the NFL and the legal system in 5 days. What are you kidding me?
No, I mean the Saints would like make a decision not to play him. It wouldn't be the NFL.
Right.
He's playing.
The Saints are about to trade for Deshaun Watson. You think they're worried about this?
Yeah, really.
Right.
I know.
This doesn't even rate. They probably didn't even tell Miss Gale about this. They're like, it doesn't even matter. It's not important. It's not even important enough to tell Gale about. It feels like 1,000 years ago, Andrew, but the Saints traded Meme Lord and Tom Brady's dad, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, to Philly. Dennis Allen had some interesting things to say about the Ceedy Duce trade. He was complimentary, but it was a little bit interesting. Thomas, play that soundbite.
I'm sure everybody at this point in time is aware that we traded Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to the Eagles. I want to say this. I want to say that was not an easy decision. I love Chauncey. He's been a big part of what we've been able to do here, specifically defensively, a big part of our organization for the last 3 years. And certainly we wish him the best. We wouldn't have done that if we didn't feel extremely confident in the group that we have. We feel like the defensive backfield was one of the deeper positions that we had, and we had a chance to acquire some more assets. That's the decision that we made. I feel like we've got several options to go into that slot. So, I feel like the players that we have in the building right now are perfectly capable of performing at a very high level for us.
Bad news, that press conference was before Marcus Maye got arrested.
That's right. That's right.
The one thing that was not in that clip was that he also said, we felt like this was best for our football team going forward.
And his nipples, the nipples were not.
Which I thought was interesting because it's clearly not better for the football team, at least on the field.
Well, yeah. Well, isn't that
says a lot?
But isn't that the rumors? Isn't that what the underlying talk? Ceedy is, not a cancer, I would say, but he's just a lot. He's a little bit of a prima donna, a little bit of a diva. He likes
and there was
attention.
A contract dispute.
And he thinks he was worth more than whatever. I mean,
look at this. Though.
Oh, I know, I miss
so
it
much.
Oh, man,
God, I miss you. It was just, for somebody to match his memeness, Andrew, I don't know if that's a word, but it will be extraordinary. I don't know if anybody will touch. It's like Drew Brees' passing record with the Saints. No one's going to touch Ceedy Duce for his memes that he's created.
I like Thomas has put together this little tribute video where it keeps fading out all the pictures that fade to black. Where's the music? This doesn't come with sad music.
It should have.
I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss this guy. He made plays. He was fun. Talked a lot of trash. Got players ejected. Sometimes his own players. But I'm gonna miss all that. I do think this was the right decision. And then when you look at depth, there's a lot of options on this team. Roby has had a tremendous camp, and honestly, Roby's good enough to start on a lot of teams. And it just so happens that Adebo is had maybe the best camp of anyone on the team. And so you got your top 2 corners are incredible. In Roby, you have another guy that can start. And Alante Taylor, you spent a second-round pick, and he's a guy that's going to be able to help this team. So I do think there's a lot of depth there, and there's probably too many guys. There's probably too many mouths to feed, and I don't know. The one thing that I thought was weird was just like we got some assets there. Like, is that really what we're going to call that? A 5th and 6th round pick?
Well, let me. You know what? Maybe you're being modest, Andrew. Maybe you don't want to take your victory lap, but I'll go ahead and do it for you and throw it out there. Well, first of all, when the trade happened, we were texting, and we all agreed that wasn't the most ideal time to trade CJ. At the day of cuts, in a contract year or whatever. This trade could have been made earlier, could have been made on draft day, pre-draft, whatever. And Andrew got dragged on Twitter like a month ago for suggesting that the Saints trade Ceedy Duce. And had the Saints actually trade, which they obviously they've done, if they had actually traded him, a month ago or a month and a half ago or whenever that was, when Andrew had given that thought, they probably could have gotten,
I think they needed to do. That's what that was gonna be my next question, Dave. Is I feel like
third round.
They probably had to trade him. He wasn't talking to coaches. He was being really difficult in practice when he had a minor injury. He's like, is that what you want, Dennis Allen? So he was being extremely difficult to where it was clearly the Saints felt, Andrew, it was a gots to go situation because they traded him for basically 40 cents on the dollar. But my question to you is, did Mickey Loomis, did they kind of botch this in a sense of, this was kind of clear, once he was kind of in the Deshaun Watson trade rumors, didn't they kind of know this was going to go bad? And shouldn't they have kind of got this done draft week and gotten a 4th or a 3rd?
Well, what's weird is I don't even know if he was involved in the Deshaun Watson stuff. That was just rumors on Twitter. That was never reported by Nick Underhill or anything. But clearly, Ceedy Duce took offense to it. So I think he was hearing the rumors, and maybe he thought they were real. But and I don't know. It's one of those things where if you decide you're going to get rid of a player, ideally you do it before the draft of that year. So I would have preferred that he get traded in March, and it wouldn't have given him much cap relief at that point, but maybe they would have gotten a better pick. That's when teams are making business, right? They're filling their holes, they're checking their boxes, all right, we need this, 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 and this. And I just feel like if it had been known in March that Ceedy Duce was available, and a team's we can give up a 3rd round pick to go get this guy, and that'll fill this need that we have. And then we don't have to draft this position. We can look at other positions in free agency in the draft. I just feel like the Saints would have gotten more for him. So this felt like Dave said, final day of cuts. We got to get rid of him. We're sellers. So we'll take whatever you want to give us, kind of thing.
Yeah, we look desperate.
Would they have cut him?
It makes me wonder, would he have been cut if the Saints weren't able to find a suitor and someone that was willing to trade anything for him? Would they have just released him because of probably not. Yeah,
probably not. But just thinking that they might.
It just feels like they wanted him out of the building at all costs at that point. It really did.
Thanks to real quick. Thanks to Hatchet John 13. He gave us 100 bits. John, you're the best.
And by the way, this is notable. Speaking of Ceedy Duce, Dave, did you know that Mark Ingram took back his?
He took back 22.
Oh, there was some talk about that on Discord, and I was worried that it was too late because I know they have that deal with. We learned this summer they have that deal with Fanatics where if you change your jersey number, you got to buy out all the old inventory with your old number. Yeah. I was wondering if
I hate to break it to you, but I don't think there's a bunch of 22 Ingrams or 5 Ingrams floating around out there.
There could be, you never know,
or 14. Did anybody purchase a 14 Mark Ingram?
Did anyone take Ingram's 5?
No.
I don't know.
Is
I kind of like, you know what though? Look, I'm all
That's
for
more good juju, Dave. I like the fact Ingram's back in 22. It's like Batman wearing the proper costume. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, from a juju standpoint,
Vibes.
from a vibe standpoint, I love 22, but I don't know. He looked fast in 5 though.
He did.
Looked a lot faster in 5.
He did.
And he's older and he needs all the help he can get.
He looked slimmer. He looked faster. I mean, I don't know if he might have to go, but once you pick 22, you can't switch during the year though.
Maybe he could go to 2. Maybe Jameis will give up 2.
No.
And Ingram can just.
I like Jameis.
Andrew, what are you looking at? Are you looking at the U.S. Open?
No, Georgia Tech against Clemson.
Oh,
he's got money. By the way, Jameis was at the LSU Florida State game, and he had his daughter, I think, and she was asleep in his arms in the sideline.
When do we want to talk about
LSU? Never.
Jesus.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
Tulane, if they don't win 9 games, they should run roughshod through that conference.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Okay,
so good for
LSU.
Tulane.
First of all, I said this on the other podcast. I'm going to say it again. John Carney vibes. All right, River City Relay. John Carney. That's what that felt like. In some ways, like LSU deserved to lose that game. So when that kick got blocked, I'm not going to say I was whatever. Obviously, I was pissed as an LSU fan, but I was also like, this. I very quickly got to a place of psychologically got what they deserved.
They did.
Like I'm watching it with my son, and we're in a hotel room, and my daughter's already asleep, so we're like doing the muted like chest bump, we're like jumping up and down, like yeah, oh my god, and we're chest bumping up and down, and then like we went from like highest mountain, pure jubilation, to the rug getting pulled out from us. Like,
well, they deserve to lose. They got what they deserved.
They did
because Brian Kelly is a coward and he should have gone
but
for 2.
So I feel bad for my son because like, and I said this on the other podcast, but like I cannot believe football season is starting like this for us, Ralph. Like what do we have in store with the Saints after starting with this out of the gate?
Saints,
what kind of pain is it preparing us for?
First of all, they need to do some voodoo ceremony.
LSU, you're dead to me. I'm now a Tulane fan. I'm wearing Dave's shirt. He sent me. I'm Tulane at least for a week because they beat UMass.
They need to bring that. They need to bring that voodoo lady back from 1990, from 2001 or whatever.
For the playoff game.
Yeah, to bring her back and get whatever. You stink. They left in the Superdome before the Saints have to play the Buccaneers. But no, we're not done. We still have to talk about Tulane. Okay, yes, Tulane
you
won
got 20 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Tulane won 42-10, and I know it was UMass, but I'm just happy because they the team handily that they were supposed to beat. Got off to a slow start, but I like it. And it's even better. It's even better when the next day LSU plays prime time, and
thanks to the anonymous gifters gifting tier 1 subs. That's awesome.
This was very reminiscent of the River City Relay. So I was trying to come up with a name for it. So I was calling it the Crescent City Collapse or something like that. It's kind of like how come nobody's put nobody's given a moniker to this yet.
And by the way, Brian Kelly, he looks very yacht rock dad with the polo shirt on the sideline. I don't like it. But we'll get. So
he's very calm though. Like
he's weird. He wasn't like that at Notre Dame. He was a screamer. His face would turn red. He was like
it's just
Saban.
I mean, we've been watching LSU for years. We've had Saban, we've had Miles, we've had Orgeron. Like all of those guys have been very boisterous.
See in a couple of years what they look like.
It doesn't matter who coaches
now,
LSU. They're always batshit insane. Before we get to season predictions, we got to do a UDFA adopted son update. I haven't won yet, but I'm so close.
You had almost won, and then Kroll got picked up.
Yeah.
Rashid Shaheed.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Shaheed was even
still there. You got to be, what's the rules? You got to be active, right? So as soon as he's active, if my kid, Lewis Kidd,
it goes the whole season. So like if Lewis Kidd is active for 3 games but never plays, and then Rashid Shaheed runs back a punt in week 16, then I win.
Yeah. Thanks, Saint and Tiger. Gifted a tier 1 sub to
Well,
Jay Haynes.
5 subs.
Appreciate you.
I don't want to.
Making it rain.
I don't want to talk myself out of a first round draft pick here, but you guys were saying that I get first pick because Smoke Monday was the first one out. But I mean, technically, Smoke Monday is still on the team, and he's just.
And
on
so
my
I
own.
should get the pick. Okay?
Abram Smith is like off
Okay.
the team, probably never going anything with the Saints ever, and like that's. I don't know whether
Did Abram Smith not make the practice squad?
He did not.
Nope. Done, and he probably will never be back. And so, like, isn't that worse than Smoke Monday just getting injured?
Dave.
Are
Dave,
you
it is.
ever going
I'm getting the first pick.
I hate.
Are
to
you
say
ever
it.
going to forgive Budrich for that, Thomas? He gave you that bad intel.
No, it wasn't Budrich. Budrich told me to draft Penny Sewell. Penny Sewell?
Oh, yeah.
What was his name?
Nephi?
It was Jason Champagne.
Sewell.
Jason Champagne, that's on you, man. I listened to you instead of Budrich. Sorry, Budrich.
Nephi Sewell.
The only intel worth stealing for UDFA Sons is Juges. That's the only intel you should ever steal. So listen, it's Falcons Hate Week, Dave.
Oh yes. It sure
And
is.
it's time to get with the record predictions, and we'll get to that. We're going to do everybody's season predictions and the biggest reason why they picked that record, and then we're going to do 2 crazy Saints bets. But I want to start here. Like, I wrote 2,500 words on WWL about how the nerds all hate the Saints off season and no one believes in them. They think Mickey Loomis is crazy. But then Peter King, he went and picked the Saints to be the number 1 seed in the NFC today. I was like, what?
I would say that backs up what you said, and that the Saints are going to just be mediocre and not to expect anything. That's like the kiss of death, the Peter King kiss of death.
It is. Like, it's the worst.
Didn't he pick us to win a Super Bowl? Years ago?
I think he did in 2018. Andrew, do you like it when the media do you like it, dislike it when they're picking the Saints to win? How do you feel about
I hate it. My favorite is like, when on ESPN you've got every guy that picks Tampa. It's Bucks all the way across. The Saints win. That's the best. So I mean, honestly, I would want. My ideal scenario would be people saying that Saints are going to pick in the top 10 and not even have the pick to use it. Like saying, "Oh, the Eagles are going to get the Saints pick and it's going to be in the top 10."
Thanks, Kay Jalladay. 100 bits. Y'all are the best. Appreciate it. Everybody supporting the show. And by the way,
it's a lot of monetary action going on.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the month. And like I said,
What's
if we can get 100 subs in September, the patrons can pick the food item of their choice, and my wife will smash it in my face.
My wife.
So do it.
Bits. Andrew asked what bits are. That's a euphemism for Ralph's private area. Oh, Ralph's pants just got tighter.
So
Hatchet
here's
John.
the thing.
Who is Hatchet John? Hatchet John.
He's amazing.
Came in firing.
He's my favorite patron of all time.
full
Yes, who he is. We love you.
How dare you say that with Monadula listening later tonight?
Monadula.
Later
I'm
tonight when he
gonna tell you
when he wakes
everyone on
up.
Twitter, man.
Monadula was asking me how is Yahoo still in business? I was like, I don't know, Monadula. I don't know.
He's gonna on Twitter, but you're not gonna understand what he's saying, or you're not gonna understand the joke, the insult, and you're just gonna be okay, whatever.
Is it
by the
possible
way-
that
He's gonna
Dave's
call you a
internet
Trump
is even
supporter.
worse? Is it possible that Dave's internet is even worse than mine again?
Yeah, it is. It is.
What's wrong with mine?
Ooh,
Mine's bad?
It sucks. Yeah.
Really?
The fucking
Yeah,
Wi-Fi,
you're
man.
Nigga, speak and spell dropping in
Fuck
there.
my wife? Did you just say fuck my wife, Thomas?
What?
You just said
No.
fuck my wife.
No Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
My Wi-Fi.
Fuck my Wi-Fi.
My
Holy
Wi-Fi.
shit.
I'm glad
I
we're
knew
off.
what you
What
said.
the hell are you talking about, man?
I knew what
So, season predictions.
Weird there for a second.
I'm gonna start. Here's my thing. 11. They're going 11-6, and they're winning the South. They're going 11-6.
Oh man.
They're winning the South. Okay. The biggest reason why I think their offense is going to be really good, like top 12 good, which considering that their pass offense was 32nd is going to be just tremendous improvement. I think their offense is going to be good. I think Jameis is going to be like the 11th, 12th best quarterback in football, and it'll be plenty good enough. And we can argue all off season next year about how much the Saints should pay him in the summer of 2023. It's going to be great. Thomas, how did you set this up? Does everybody do their season picks first, or do I do my record prediction and then I do my two crazy bets?
However you want. However you want.
So we also did, you pick your season record and you give the reason why, and I just did. But we're also doing, you have to pick two crazy Saints bets. For example,
not everyone picked two. But
I have a second one. I just didn't give it.
And by the way, shout out to Butterich for giving us $100 for a hopefully healthy Pete Werner.
Yeah. So I said I think the Saints are going to be 11-6 because I think the offense is going to be better than people think, and I think Jameis is actually going to carry him. I think the defense is going to be kind of a hot mess in the safeties for the first month or so, but it's not going to matter because Jameis is going to ball. And the defense will figure it out. It's going to be great. But we also said this year, to make it fun, besides predicting the Saints record, we're all going to pick two cool things that if they happen, we have to do something ridiculous.
If they both happen at the
one of them. If either of these two things happen,
got it.
Then it's good. Okay. If Jameis throws 30 touchdowns or a Saints tight end catches 30 passes, I will eat at the Waffle House, and every time I address the staff, I will use a Saints player's name.
I mean, a Saints tight end catching 30 that's happening. That's got to be happening.
You think it's going to... You sure that's happening?
You know what you could do, Ralph? Like, if you end up doing this, you could just keep telling him, I'm sorry, I'm just really shy. Could you use Shy Cuddle's first name?
No.
I think that's like your cheat code right there.
That's my cheat code.
I'm sorry, I'm so shy.
Yeah. And I want to see how you have to record this and video this. And I can't wait because there's no way it's going to be better than my video at Olive Garden. And Thomas is going to realize how good he had it with the footage that I gave him.
Probably. It'll be
Dave, Ralph's going to be like, I'd like my hash browns chunked, covered, smothered, and onyamada, please.
Making it rain.
And my camera's going to be like the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
But I think my two things, like Jameis getting 30 touchdowns, possible. And you guys seem to think a tight end's going to catch 30 passes. I don't know that that's a lot.
When was the last time a Saints tight end caught 30 passes? Please don't say Jimmy Graham.
I mean, probably
Ben Watson.
Oh, Kobe Fleener?
No, shut up.
What happened in 2020? What happened in... No, Cook in 2020.
Oh, yeah, Jared Cook.
Cook.
Okay, so 2 seasons.
So it's possible.
I think you set the bar too low. I think you're going to be doing one of these.
30
things.
catches is nothing, man.
Yeah, I think you're doing this. I think you're going to be
in
a waffle. What is going on?
What is going on tonight?
I love it. People are fired up, man. People love
someone
the show.
Just like I don't know.
Vic
Vinerage. Is this a scam?
Subscribe for 1 month.
What's going on here?
Thanks. This is amazing.
Welcome to Twitch.
That's right.
Oh.
Anonymous gifted 5 T1 subs. That's what's happened.
Thank you, Anonymous Gifter.
So, who's next on the graph? Who needs to go next on the graph?
I'll go next. So, I have the Saints going 10-7.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, similar record prediction to Ralph. I do think they make the playoffs. Whether or not they win the NFC South, I don't know. I think it'll be close, but they'll make a wild card if they don't. My two predictions. Number one.
Why are they going to go? What's the main reason they're going to go 10-7? Because that's better than 9-8.
Oh, yeah, no, I think we're going to have less injuries than last year. I don't think this team is markedly different than last year. They don't have Sean Payton. They're not going to have the same amount of injuries. And if they can get a full season out of Jameis, that'll be enough, I think, to make the playoffs. So I'll go 10-7. And then my two predictions, I believe, number one, that Chris Olave and Jarvis Landry will both end up with more receiving yards this year than Michael Thomas.
Ooh.
That's my first one. Ralph, you know I had to throw this one in here.
All right, here we go.
Rashid Shaheed will return a kick or punt for a touchdown.
Oh my god!
At least one this season.
You'll be I want it to happen, but you'd be insufferable. Jesus.
Week
Wait
one,
for that
like
de-
this.
no,
this-
no.
Just got the
one
whole
game
year.
this season.
17.
Well, I'm just waiting for Deontay Hardy. Get a little hammy. They'll put him on short-term IR. He'll be out for 3 weeks. They'll elevate Rashid Shaheed, and boom, punt return for a touchdown.
Oh my god, you'll be insufferable. I like those though. That's fun. What will you do?
I don't know what I'm doing if I get I
people
need
in the
help
chat,
in the chat
on the live stream, make suggestions of what would be funny for Andrew to do if his wacky bets come true.
I guess I could drink some IPAs.
No,
on the
that's
podcast.
lame. You've done that before.
I've done that before. Anyway, if you guys have any ideas in the chat about what I should do.
You need to start some Twitter war, man.
I'll think of something.
Budrick
That's
says
what I
have to
want you to
shave
do.
my head
You
again.
need to try to get Roger Goodell to block you. You need to attempt.
I've been trying to do that for decades.
You need to get Sean Payton to unblock you.
So
TJ all day says I have to chug a 32-ounce Smirnoff Ice.
That's a lot of sugar.
I like it though. Hey, Thomas,
That's a sugar,
give us
huh?
Kevin's pick. Kevin had to work tonight.
I'm going to get a beer while we
Give
listen to
give us
Kevin.
Kevin's picks.
So we don't give a shit about Dave's. Okay.
Yeah, give
we
us
don't-
No, I'm
Kevin's,
after
we
Kevin.
don't give a shit about that.
give us Kevin's pick for the
Didn't
year.
Did Kevin send us a video?
That's later.
Yeah.
That's his
Oh,
game
oh,
pick
oh.
For later,
That's
yeah.
for later. So
Kevin cheated on the exam. Ralph, he gave us 11 and 6, just like you did, and his predictions.
Well, hold on. Brett from Lafayette, by the way, points this out, which is hilarious. He said that Andrew and Dave are smiling like normal people, when they take a picture. And Ralph and Kevin in this graphic, they both look like they're on a heist.
I do. Well, thank you, Brett from Lafayette. That's better than me looking like a serial killer, like I just buried a
You
body.
know what?
So
you
I'll take
know
it.
what, Ralph? I'm gonna use the other half of your face next week, and you're gonna laugh, guys.
Oh my god, the crippled side.
Crippled
Like-
side. Bad side.
You're gonna see.
Wow. So what? Kevin predicted 11 and 6, but what was his 2 wacky bets?
His 2 wacky bets were. Oh, I forgot to add the other one, but I will tell you myself. So his first one was Lucas Krul catches at least 1 touchdown pass this season, and his second one was the Saints go 5-1 or better in division play.
Ooh,
his second
interesting.
one. And if he gets at least 1, he said he's gonna record one of his wrestling friends chopping him. Whatever
I'll
that
add
means.
one
That
more
is
too.
so lame.
Jason
He wants
says
to,
I
like,
have to lose to an old lady in tennis badly.
I'll do one more that's
lame.
not on the list. If the Saints run the Bird Gauntlet, I'll do a podcast shirtless, and I will do 15 shots during the podcast.
15?
15.
You're going to die. I don't want to watch you do 15 shots.
I do.
15?
Yeah, I'm here for it. Sign me up.
15.
Ralph, you feel like
Subscribe.
you can do that and survive?
Questionable.
I'd
mean,
like to
but
see him.
what
I'd
are you
like
talking,
to
like-
see him do like power hour, like a shot of beer,
Yeah,
like every
like a
minute
power
for
hour.
yeah,
Yeah,
for the
that-
first
All right,
hour.
we'll do
Yeah.
that. But I will be shirtless. If they got to run the Bird Gauntlet, though.
No, you
And
have to be shirtless,
Does the
and the
Bird
camera
Gauntlet
has to be focused on your chest area and your face during the podcast.
Yeah.
The power hour, dude. I mean, I haven't done a power hour in 20 years, but like, I remember that like the first 20 minutes, you're like, this isn't a big deal. This is easy. And then like
Yeah.
on about number 27, you're like, I have to keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. Well, because a beer is 12 ounces, so if you're drinking a shot, that's about an ounce. So you're drinking 1 beer every 12 minutes. So that's like 4.5 beers in an hour. That's a good bit.
Yeah.
That's a good bit.
Yeah. Can I do Bud Light Limes? Can I do Power Hour Bud Light Limes?
I guess. What's the alcohol content on that?
Nothing.
Oh, no. What is it really? Look it on the bottle. What does it say
I
on the
don't
bottle?
know.
It's
My
right there
eyes
in
aren't
front of
any
you.
good. I don't know.
What?
Not enough.
You can't read the bottle in front of you?
Small print, man. Shit.
Jesus.
I don't know.
Andy
KJ
Gator.
all
Yeah,
day
we're not
saying
doing Andy
do
Gator.
Andy Gator.
Yeah, no,
I
no.
don't think so.
Yeah, we'll do
So-
shots of my. I've got. We'll do power with my. What the hell's
Natty
my?
Light?
My special Sam Adams beer that I've got.
Oh God.
Think of the name of it now. Anyway.
So what's your record prediction, Dave?
So it's my turn. Last but not least, saving the best for last. I guess I'm not as optimistic as you guys. Well, I think I might have accidentally said 9-7. I keep forgetting about that last game, but my record prediction 9-8 for the Saints. I think they're just going to be above.
So the same as
500.
last year.
Yeah, I don't know. For a reason, and it's just the Saints. They're going to be Saintsy. They have a good team. They're going to look like they have a good team. They're just gonna blow some games. They're really gonna blow some games. It might be field goals.
Kind of like
might
your
be
internet is blowing it tonight.
I
Something like
guess. I guess. Usually when my internet sucks, I can tell, and everything's delayed. But I'm not getting that feedback today. So I just have to trust you. So yeah, I'm not that optimistic. I'm a little worried. Sean Payton's gone.
Yeah.
Who knows what that effect
I mean,
could be?
bad
Maybe
luck.
we're gonna miss him more than we thought.
Bad luck in one-score games can screw you.
Yeah, that's just kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. I just don't have the feeling like a year. I just don't have that feeling. I don't know why.
So what are the two things?
So things were Adam Troutman if he catches 1,000 yards. I
yards.
I know that's not happening.
1,000?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I know that's not happening.
Well,
That's
that's
not
not
happening.
happening. So I guess
I'm
we're all in on the second thing.
And one I didn't send this to. The second one is going to be Peyton Turner and Marcus Davenport play combined a total of 16 games.
Damn, that's not happening.
They don't have
I
to
know.
play. They don't have to play together, right? It can be 8 each.
Yeah.
Yes.
But here's the thing, though. You said if Adam Troutman
Making it
gets
rain.
1,000 yards, you will jerk.
No,
Me-
so my thing is yes, I'm going to pleasure myself but with Ralph's bad arm.
If he gets 1,000 yards, I'll let you. I'm not even kidding.
That's good because I was worried. I was like, I felt bad for bringing you into this, Ralph. Like you're an innocent bystander and you got pulled into this without even being consulted. So I was a little worried, but I'm glad that
You might want to wait till after that power hour
I'm glad.
so he can forget.
You might need a couple of hours.
Adam Troutman isn't going to have 1,000 yards between this year and next year.
Anyway, we're gonna call it the Stranger. We're gonna call it Dave Stranger.
Oh my god! I mean, that's
Terrible. Yeah, I don't know that Adam Troutman's gonna have 1,000 yards in his
Moss
career,
3118 just said this got weird. It did.
That's why I made such a ridiculous thing because I knew it was never going.
Octoberist says you have to go to a Tulane game in full LSU gear.
Yeah, no, I shut that down immediately. That's not happening at all.
No.
I'm not going to do something that's
Biloxi
going to
Blues says he
destroy my
likes this.
business.
He says Biloxi Blue says I hope this happens. Film at 11. Yeah, Thomas, will this get us banned from Twitch?
Oh,
Nah.
it definitely will. Permanently,
so-
man.
I said it politely. I said it. I really.
I mean,
Just talking about
mean,
it might get us.
You know what it's gonna happen? It's gonna be like when they intentionally try to get stats at the end of the season. When coaches will try to force feed the ball to get players their bonuses. Dennis Allen will get wind of this, and then he'll say,
Yes.
"Hey, Adam Troutman's at 999 yards. You got to shut him
You're gonna
down.
get him the ball.
No one wants to see this. We don't want to see Ralph do this to Dave. Shut him down.
Shut
He's
it
at
down.
999. Take him out.
Shut it down.
Done for the day.
Run a bubble screen to get him under. If he goes over 1,000 yards, run a bubble screen.
Make sure
Get
you
him
throw a
tackled
negative
5
foul.
yards behind the line.
If
to
it
get
does
him back under 1,000.
If it does happen, though, I'm officially every time I touch myself, I'm going to call it the Troutman. I'm Troutmaning myself.
There is no way on God's green earth Troutman is having 1,000 yards. Troutman, there's a potential that Troutman might not have 1,000 yards receiving his entire NFL career.
My wife just gave me a trout. It's Father's Day. My wife just woke me up with a Troutman.
Dave, just when I think you can't get any worse, you go
I
ahead and
feel like
You're welcome. This is
We've
why
hit
we're
our
the best
stride,
podcast in the state of
we're
Louisiana.
gonna have
right
a
here.
lot of. That's right. We have a
Submit
lot
this.
of people.
Submit this, Thomas.
make sure you submit this.
Yeah, that's right.
We have a lot of
Sure that's
people
gonna win.
listening for the big season preview extravaganza. They're checking out the podcast and they're learning about you want a handy from me.
Yeah. Well,
They're
look,
getting
you're
their
bad on.
money's worth.
Big. That's right.
Making it rain.
I don't know why.
Making
You
money.
just just said a thing, and I was like, "What's the most ridiculous thing?"
That's the most ridiculous thing. Thank you
this
to
is unbelievably a new low.
Kajaladay and NN Nielsen 97.
Alf, it's KJ all day. Did you really just say Kajaladay? I mean, what is wrong with you? You know what? You deserve this. You deserve Troutman to get 1,000 yards after that.
Somebody gift.
Kajaladay.
Somebody gift Moss 118 a sub. He needs one.
Yeah,
Or they.
I just stumble into comedy by accident. Kajaladay.
Bujolika.
So yeah, we got to get to the hot. Speaking of Bojalika, we got to get to the hot take of the week. It's time for the hot take of the week, sponsored by JLD Hot Sauce and Knives. If you want award-winning hot sauces like Dave,
Bujolokia,
or Reaper Madness Special Reserve, go to www.jldsharpsauce.com. They have incredible jellies such as palm and pepper. They have an incredible selection of handmade knives for cooking, hunting, and outdoor needs. Go check out Zombie Quartering Cleaver and tell me it's not the best damn quartering cleaver you ever saw in your life. Jerry Embler is a tremendous supporter of Saints Happy Hour, so we are asking you to support the people who support Saints Happy Hour. Go to www.jldsharpsauce.com to get the best hot sauces and knives at the best prices anywhere. Use promo code Saints Happy Hour. You get 10% off. That's www.jldsharpsauce.com. This week's hot take, Andrew, scorching. Saints, they need to sign Marcus Davenport to an extension before the season starts.
No.
I know he's missing a pinky.
No.
I know he gets injured a lot.
No.
He'd be worth it. Sign him for a below market deal. Even if he maintains the same level and he still misses a bunch of game and he's injured all the time, he's still really good. He's elite athletically. He's going to get him 7 to 10 sacks over the next 3 to 4 years. Even if he's banged up, sign him to an extension.
Saints fans get really mad when I say ex-Saints player vibes. I'm going to do it again. I think Dave's getting Nick Fairley vibes.
Yeah, I am. That's great. That came to mind immediately. Like, no, absolutely. Make him work for it. Don't. How are you paying him? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're burning money. You're burning money.
If you pay him like $12 million a year, he's like the 20th highest paid defensive end. Dave, hot
take doesn't mean it has to be a bad take, Ralph. Okay, this is just a bad take.
No, but here's the thing: like, there's a price in like, what if you hedge towards, like Ralph said, making him take $12 million a year? Which honestly, if we know what Marcus Davenport would be capable of if he had a fully healthy season, he'd probably have 16 sacks. In which case, he's getting well over $100 million, right? He's getting $20 million a year if he has a year like that. So if you could get him at 12 now, 12 per year, he signs it, would that end up being a good value for the Saints?
5 years, $70 million, $30 million to guarantee. Do it. Like,
jeez, no.
God, yeah.
Here's the thing: Davenport's not
he's
the kind of guy that's playing hurt. Davenport's not playing hurt when he has a bad contract.
No, he spends it all on Pokemon cards.
I like Davenport. I think, but here's the thing, Dave.
But yeah, when he's healthy, he's the best player on the defense.
If Davenport gets above 10 sacks and is healthy, Dave, he's getting $100 million. There's no chance they keep him.
No way.
Are you willing to roll the dice there?
You're saying this season, if Davenport,
if Davenport gets 10 sacks and plays,
that means he plays in at least 12 games, right?
Yeah, he had 9 sacks last year. I don't know, like The thing is, Dave, I think you underestimate the need. One, teams are desperate for pass rushers, and two, Marcus Davenport, even though he's missing a pinky, he's still the perfect defensive end that you would build in a lab. So teams will not be able to resist
the pinky.
his
Like you
talent.
forget the pinky. You keep mentioning the pinky. That has nothing to do with anything. JPP has been fine ever since he blew off 3 of his fingers. Like, you're an offensive lineman. You keep that shit up and go out there. What's more important is that you get your body in the right position. It doesn't matter about your little pinky. Okay, stop mentioning the pinky. That has no effect on him playing defensive end. What has an effect of him playing defensive end is every other injury he seems to somehow sustain throughout the course of an NFL season.
Is he on schedule to play week 1, Andrew? I forget.
And Peyton Turner?
And Peyton Turner.
They're both, so I'm already down. I'm already going to get
Oh, we'll see on Wednesday. That's when we get the injury report, so we'll see.
That's right.
I don't know about Peyton Turner. Well, actually, Peyton Turner had a minor concussion. So, yeah, I think he's good. I think they both should be good.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying pay Marcus Davenport ridiculous money. I'm saying if the Saints can get the deal they like for him, I would love for them to extend Marcus Davenport. I think Dave, we're gonna look back. Thomas, mark the timestamp. We're gonna look back at this, and I'm gonna be right, and you're gonna wish that the Saints had extended him because he's gonna have a monster season.
We shall see.
Yeah, great.
Hey, Tomas, check the timestamp on this.
So, Thomas, play the finger guns. We got to get to questions. Hatchet John just donated 100 more bits. You're awesome, Hatchet John. If we had a Saints Happy Hour Patron Hall of Fame, you'd already be in it.
One episode.
It's all it takes.
We've known some of these people for 10 years.
Is this the newly minted recorded version of Blake Gillikin and Will Lutz?
What is going on? What is going on?
Not
Our
happening.
fan base.
We need to
Why
do
are you
another
not
round.
tweeting at them?
Yeah.
Tweeting at them. Get the white shorts. Get the white shirts. Get the tennis rackets.
Make it happen.
Next question.
All right, Thomas, what you got for us?
Okay, first question from Bolky. And he asks... Bolky asks, what are the chances that Mike Thomas punches Ceedy on January 1st, 2023 when the Saints play the Eagles? Will he get any of our players to get ejected? Or will the Saints get Ceedy ejected?
I mean, you know, like, Ceedy's got the goods on people in the Saints locker room. He's been playing with them for 3-4 years, whatever. Surely he's going to know exactly what to say and or do to get under their skin. So I don't know if necessarily it'll be Michael Thomas, but I would, if I was Vegas, you could definitely put odds on this. This could actually be a bet. Like there's a good chance somebody is punching Ceedy.
Ceedy's getting unsportsmanlike conduct, for sure.
No, I don't know. See, I think with Ceedy might draw an.
He'll draw one. He'll never get like Ceedy. Yes. His superpower is he just he doesn't react.
Yeah, he's the one. He's not the one who punches. It's like the opposite of.
I would say. I would say it's unlikely that a Saints player gets
the one that gets
out,
knocked.
but Saints are going to get a penalty. Like Ceedy's going to get a penalty off the Saints. Lock it in.
But at the same time,
Trevor Penning will be back by then, right? That's his. That's
ejected. Do they do ejections in NFL football games? I can't recall if they've. Has anybody ever been ejected?
That's who he's targeting, right? He knows Penning's the one that'll throw the punch.
That's right.
Easily. No, what I was going to say is, but at the same time, Michael Thomas, all of our receivers, and obviously our coaching staff, we know this is coming, so we've got to be. The
Bears knew it was coming too, buddy. In the playoffs game.
Yeah, but we really know it's coming. I mean, we've got to know to just let it go. You got to let frozen. Yeah. Elsa.
So did the Bears. I'm just saying.
Next question.
Don't make me sing
next question. Next question from Don Checo. This is a cool one. He asks, which former recent Saint currently not on the roster would you want back?
Most.
Quan?
Most want
Yeah. Quan, Ceedy, Taran, Marcus Williams, or T-Rex?
T-Rex, not even a question.
Yeah.
Because all those things Ralph thinks is going to happen with Marcus Davenport is not happening. So we need T-Rex.
That's right.
I would also take T-Rex.
Yeah.
I mean, we have plenty of pass rushers, but I just feel like safety. Actually, no.
We don't have a lot of good ones.
I'm sorry. I'm not taking Hendrickson. I'm taking Teron Armstead.
Okay.
I don't know.
Lost our rookie left tackle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can combo it up. Hurst can play
sensible.
8 games, and Armstead can play 8
Yeah,
games.
there you go.
Kind of sensible. But we might not even need an offense. If we had T-Rex back, we could just hold teams to 3 points. We just need to get a field goal to win.
I didn't think he would be that good in Cincinnati. I'll be the first to admit it.
Let's see what happens this year.
He's freaking amazing.
Next question.
Okay, next question from Saint Stampicus, and he asks, if Mickey Loomis told us that Philly picking up Ian Book on waivers was actually part of the Ceedy trade, does that mean the Saints won the trade?
Yes,
That would have been hilarious. Like if if Schefter would have announced the Saints traded Ceedy Duce, Ian Book, and a 7th round pick to the Eagles for a 5th.
Then
and
we
6th
would have
round pick.
fleeced them.
It would have broke Saints Twitter. We'd have laughed so hard. Like I don't know why the Eagles didn't say, like, hey, what about Ian Book? Like just like throw it out.
Saints fans would have been like, okay, you know what? Like all the anger and disappointment, it would have been like, okay, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, sad to see him go, but this was a meaningful sacrifice. Get someone to take Ian Book. I can live with it.
Right. I mean, it would have been tremendous. Mickey Loomis, another failure by him. He should have traded Ceedy Duce earlier. And then, Dave, he didn't throw Ian Book in the trade.
Not a good night for Mickey Loomis. He's taking a beating here tonight.
He is.
Yeah, I can't believe Ian Book got claimed. As bad as he's looked, holy cow.
Yeah.
This is proof that, when they say, oh, you got to make sure you're putting film out there because other teams are looking. They're not looking.
Fine.
There's no way Philadelphia looked at that video.
No.
They just know the name from college still, and they were like, it's just like me running my fantasy football team. They're like, that name sounds familiar. Let's grab him. I think he might help us.
I
Like
let my son
draft.
They had you singing, Dave. That's
in
why I
the
picked
Saints happy hour auction draft because I spend all my
Lame.
salary cap and my bench. I have to fill it out. I let Max pick the players. He did it strictly when he would click on the player's name. He did it strictly on their hairstyle. So we have crazy, wacky hairstyles all on our bench.
That's funny. My buddy, I was at
My
buddy's-
buddy.
I was at Brad. You know Brad. He's on the Discord. I was at Brad's house the other night.
Is Brad gonna be at the live show?
You know it. I believe he's RSVP. He had a draft with his son. He had 2 separate teams in the league, and so he just let his son draft his own team. He picked Will first. He picked
Did you say Will Lutz?
yeah, it was his first round draft pick. He picked
Blake Gillikin in the second round.
I don't remember who the second guy was. But he also had Mark Ingram. A couple other guys.
That was a joke. I know you can't take a punter in fantasy football. I
in
get
this
it,
one you
people.
could have. No, you could have because like the defense, instead of having a defense, you picked an individual player for your defense.
Oh, individual defensive players. Oh,
yes.
That's too much.
Also, this draft was 40 seconds per pick, so it was moving like
you take
this.
Ceedy Duce
No,
of the Philadelphia Eagles.
I don't know who he took. But anyway, but I had to help him. I was like, you need to start taking some running backs and wide receivers. They're kind of important.
Next question.
Okay, last question of the show belongs to Budrich. Budrich asks, Did LSU go full Chargers or full Packers?
They went full Saints
Go Tigers.
over City Relay.
Yeah, they went full John Carney.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it really is. Even though it was a block, I mean,
I don't know. It's not. It really isn't the same because you mentioned earlier Brian Kelly should have gone for 2. I don't know what the analytics said, regardless of how the game is going, but the fact is you had 2 muffed punts. You already had an earlier blocked kick. Special teams was a disaster the entire game. You should have never trusted your special teams.
That's right.
So at least in that situation, regardless of the analytics, you should have just gone for 2 because you just went down the field 99 yards.
That's right.
The other team's better. The other team was better.
That's right. That's my thing. Florida State was better. Like overtime wasn't where it was at.
Yeah.
For LSU.
So not analytics aside, you just went down the field 99 yards and got a touchdown in under a minute or whatever it was. And also, you haven't done shit on special teams prior to this.
They blocked a kick earlier in the game.
That's right. Exactly. And they would have blocked another one, but the guy didn't rush.
I mean, and Poley, the guy, he's a special teams guy. Like, he's still on the coaching staff today.
That I got to say, that was the worst special teams performance I have ever seen in my life, Ralph. I've watched a lot of football. I can't think of a time where I saw worse special teams.
I mean, I've seen games where the Saints had guys who couldn't catch a punt, but I haven't seen a game where you can't catch a punt, you get an extra point and field goals blocked, you're getting 15-yard personal fouls.
Or your punter's getting punts off the side of his foot.
Yeah, like shanking punts.
Yeah,
like that.
I'll make an analogy with golf.
They hit
like,
special teams trash bingo, LSU.
If I'm playing golf and I'm not hitting my driver well that day and I'm on the 15th hole, like I'm putting my driver away and I'm just going to do something else. And they should have just put driver away. They should have said,
right.
Kicking, let's just go for 2. We got a better chance.
Thank you, Hatchet John. He gave us another 100 bits.
All right. Anyway. I don't even.
So
you got me analyzing LSU. Like I give a shit about LSU.
That's right.
Tulane 42-10. Roll wave, baby.
Tulane. So if they don't win 9 games, they should run roughshod through that conference.
Is UMass the worst college football team?
They are. They're like the worst Division I college football team in America.
Are they Division I? I don't know. I feel
they
like
are
Division III. I don't know. We got Alcorn State next week.
Oh, they're 2-0.
Yes.
Roll wave, baby.
Don't win 9 games.
Roll wave, baby.
Roll wave, baby.
This is our year. Come on, Ralph. Me and you, baby. We're going.
Here's the thing.
To the championship game.
It's week 1. It's game pick time. And as you know, Thomas keeps track of the game picks, and we can lock the picks in and get extra points. And we name the score. Whoever gets closest to score gets more points. Thomas, explain the scoring system.
Can we do new pictures? Can we can we choose our photos for these things?
No. Too late for that.
Damn, Thomas is just laying down.
Already making demands, Dave. Pissing me off.
Thomas, what's the rules for the picks? Explain it to the people.
Okay, if I remember correctly, you get 1 point for predicting the winner of the game right. Then you get 2 points for predicting the exact score of the game. Then you can lock the game, so you get twice as much points as you would get. And if you are the only guy to lock the game, then you would get 3 times the points you would get.
Right. Oh wow!
Those are the rules.
I forgot.
And you can only lock like 3 times per season.
So here's my pick, and here's the thing with Atlanta that I forgot.
Are we going from left to right here?
Or Andrew, Thomas, are we going left to right, or do I start?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, we should go left to right, but we.
All right, so Andrew, you go first.
All right, I like the Saints. I'm gonna go 31-17 Saints in this one. I think they're gonna win comfortably, mostly because I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in person for this.
He's gonna be drinking his Veuve Clicquot. Yeah,
that's right. Well, I see that Thomas has already volunteered my star of the game, even though I haven't said it. Jarvis Landry. I think Landry's going to come out of the gate strong. I think he's going to – I don't even know if Michael Thomas is going to play or not. He's still dealing with that hammy. Hopefully he'll play. But I just think Landry has developed a really nice chemistry with Jameis. And, he's been the one that's been there all camp and consistently making plays. So I'm going to say Landry comes out of the gate with a 2-touchdown performance against that crap Falcons secondary.
Yeah, except for AJ Terrell.
So he's my star of the game, and my turd of the game, of course.
Wait, we're doing both?
No, we are not. Andrew messed up. You only do one, Andrew.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Give us the turd.
I'm going to say it anyway because I like this prediction. You can timestamp this, and you can replay it when I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm predicting that Marcus Maye, comes to the game a little unfocused.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, from what's been going on with him this week, he's going to give up one over the top. He's going to get beat deep for a touchdown.
Dave, what's your
prediction? Look, it's week 1. This is all foreign territory to me. This is weird that it's not Matt Ryan quarterbacking the team. We got Marcus Mariota. This is totally unfamiliar territory to me. It's weird, honestly. This is like kissing my sister. I don't even have a sister. If I did, I guess this is what it would feel like. It's just weird and awkward. And it's the first week 1. We don't know, no idea what any of these teams are going to do. So
you think that kissing your sister is weird, and yet you want Ralph to give you a handy with his bad hand.
That's right.
Yeah, am I understanding that correctly?
I mean, that was just a joke.
But kissing your sister, that's your imaginary sister doesn't exist. Kissing her, that's where you draw the line. That's too gross.
Both of these are just, I'm saying these for comedic effect. Obviously, there's no way Ralph is coming near me with that arm of his. Look at it.
With that arm of his, holy.
I don't even know. Never mind. I'm going into details. But anyway.
You only need 1,000 yards.
Prediction, man. Come on. You can do it.
Shut up, Thomas. But anyway, so but I gotta pick the Saints to win. So I'll pick Saints 27, Falcons 21. Who the hell knows? This is all a shot in the dark. And my player of the game, you know what? I like Jarvis Landry. I like that pick. I was thinking that originally, but then I said, Mark Ingram, my boy, he's young. It's early in the season.
Boo?
Well, but it's early in the season. He's fresh now, so I'm going to take him now before the wear and tear of a full 17-week NFL season starts.
Good play.
So I'm going with Mark Ingram, and I think
how
the Saints know that. I think the Saints
are. Is he breaking a long run? Is he getting a bunch of? Is he vulturing a bunch of touchdowns at the goal line from Kamara? Kamara does all the work, and then he punches
7 carries, 15 yards, 2 touchdowns.
How about
D? How line is he putting up to get the start of the game?
How about D? All of the above. He'll probably get his touchdowns maybe on some goal line stuff, but also break off some stuff. I think I think the Saints know that I think the Saints will intentionally use him earlier in the season rather than later. They know that he's going to run out of gas. And I hate to say this. I hate to be pessimistic about it, but I just think that's my thought on it. And I think they're going to use him more early in the season than they are later in the season, and that way they keep Kamara healthy and fresh for later.
I like it. So here's the thing with Atlanta that I think we know they're going to. Everybody's predicting them to be a dumpster fire, but I didn't realize this, Andrew and Dave, until I started doing research for my WWL column. Atlanta was 7-10 last year, but they were 7-3 in 1-score games. So they were bad, but they were also lucky, and they're worse this year. Like, there's nobody that's like, yeah, they fixed that run defense. They got better on the offensive line. Like, they're trash all around. So part of me wants to pick the Saints.
Pretty good. Matt Ryan's pretty good in the 2-minute drill. They don't have him anymore.
Yeah, they don't have that. So I want to pick the Saints to just boat race them. But the Saints, they've played Atlanta about a bunch of times in season openers, and the Saints have beaten them one time. Atlanta has crushed the Saints in a bunch of season openers. So I'm negative. I'm an old Saints fan. I have memories of Atlanta doing horrible things to the Saints in season openers, especially when I was a young child. But here's the thing. This is Saints Falcons. All you youths out there who think that the Saints are going to roll. It's going to get weird Sunday. It's just going to be weird. It's going to be wonky. It's going to be the Saints secondary struggling. Thanks, Hatchet John. He gives it 100 bits again. You're the man. So I picked the Saints 31-28. I forgot to give my star of the game to Thomas. He made it kid, my UDFA's son. But it's Will Lutz. Like, Will Lutz is going to bang in like a 55-yard field goal, and Saints are going to win 31-28. And all the nerds and all the Saints haters out there are going to be like, you barely beat the worst team in the NFL. But Andrew, what do we always say? It does in the beginning of the year, it doesn't matter how you win. It only matters if you freaking win the game. And the Saints will win the game. They'll escape. Will Lutz will be banging a long field goal. It'll be heart stopping. It'll be madness, but we'll be happy come Sunday at about 3:45.
Lewis Kidd, gee, get out of here. Get.
The pick is actually Will Lutz.
The pick is Will Lutz. It's my fault. I didn't get it to Thomas, and Thomas stuck it to me. Like, that's his just go-to. Every time I don't give Thomas the information I need, he's just gonna slide my UDFA son in there. It would be funnier though, Thomas, if you would slide like my old UDFA sons from like a Zigbo or you know.
All right, so did Kevin send us a video?
Does Kevin send us a video, Thomas?
Ceedy Duce. He did, but first, thanks, Budrich, for 100 bits.
Thank you, Budrich.
What is yeah, seriously, what the hell is going on tonight?
And Dave's complaining. Okay, let's see the prediction from Kevin.
All right, guys, sorry I couldn't be there live tonight, but here is my prediction anyway. Saints 24, Falcons 23, star of the game, Will Lutz. I know the Saints are favored by 5.5. I think the Falcons make it a lot closer than it really needs to be. I think it's going to come down to a late fourth quarter drive, and Will Lutz will seal the deal. And the defense will stave off Marcus Mariota from making a comeback to the Falcons. So, 24-23, Saints, Will Lutz, star of the game. See ya.
Did he just go full Ralph pronouncing Mariota?
Mariota, yeah, that was a struggle for sure.
That hat was nice. I need that
Ralph
Saints
ne peut
hat.
pas dire le nom de quelqu'un correctement.
I just bought a new one that I like.
I like that.
Where the hell was that? I don't remember.
I really like the Sir Saint hat, but I think I need to switch it.
What is it with you and Sir Saint, Ralph?
I love Sir Saint, man.
Yeah, I like that. That's a cool logo.
I love it. I have like half my Saints merchandise has Saint.
In this next off season, we should do a whole episode on like the different logo. Like, what's everybody's favorite logo?
No one's locking it in. So it's
no,
a
nobody's
sweep. We're all picking the Saints, but we're not feeling too confident yet.
It's the first week. You dumb if you're locking something in. You have no idea.
Well, I can promise you right now, if the Saints win this week, I'm locking it in against Tampa because they never
lock it in against
Well, we have no Ceedy. Keep that in mind.
Right. Tom Brady's father, Ceedy Duce. So, Thomas, do we have a clip of the week?
Unfortunately, we don't.
What?
No clips last week.
Disgusting. I said nice things about all you people giving us signing up.
I take it all back.
Subscriptions and giving us bits, and doing tier 1 subs. I said all nice things about. I take it all back. No clip of the week. That's disgraceful. It's week 1. You got to be ready to go.
Wait, what about we got to promote the hotline because we're gonna have a.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh,
that's right.
Thomas, get the phone number up there because I don't have it in front of me right now. But after the game, you're gonna be feeling some kind of way. Hopefully jubilation. But regardless,
that's right.
If you're not,
if not, that's Dave's fault.
For the audio only. For the audio only version, people,
it's
Dave.
210-595-0818.
Call us after the game. Leave your immediate reaction. We'll play it on the show. We want to hear it. If it's hopefully it's good news. If it's bad news, if it kicks a late second field goal to win it, I want to hear it.
The fun thing about the hotline is people call. They don't just call after the game. They call during the game.
Yeah, during the.
So it's like a journey we take every week.
People call like the next day if you want to if it's something terrible happens on Sunday and it's really bad for us. and you want to call Monday just to kind of
call.
talk it out,
That's right.
Nobody's going to answer. Just
again,
it's like
you
a
want to read the number again.
210-595-0818. That's it. The NFL season, the Saints season is back. That means hotline season is back. Hotline bling. Let's go. I want these hotline messages. It's like my favorite part. This is
Dave's
my baby. And this is what I wanted. I want you to call. I want you
Dave's
to be
and
funny.
Mark's baby.
I want you to be funny. Come up with a character if you want. Get creative. Right. Do something.
And by the way, a reminder that for the live stream, we edit the hotline down to the best ones, and we make it like 2-3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. But if you're a patron, you get the unedited hotline that when the Saints, like when they beat Tampa last year in December, that hotline was like 16 minutes long, and the patrons
and all the death threats.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't. That's one thing. Thanks, Thomas. You can't make death threats.
Yeah.
To either people on this show or Saints staff or anyone in the NFL. We can't play it if it's a death threat, okay?
We know you want to kill Troutman, but keep it to yourself.
We all want to kill Troutman.
We know you do. But
allegedly.
No death. Thanks, Thomas. That's why you're the best. You remind people.
Jared Cook, we will still accept insults to Jared Cook.
You can insult. You can wish him ill. You can wish him bankruptcy and horrible things happen, but you can't do death threats and physical violence.
You can want him to invest in Kevin Hauser tax credit schemes.
That's right.
But you can't.
Tax credits.
You don't want to kill him though.
Yeah. That's right. So, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks to everybody in the chat. The chat was awesome tonight. Thanks to everybody for subbing, giving tier 1 subs, giving us bits, and supporting the show. And by the way, if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free, and it doesn't cost you anything. It's a great way to support the show. But sign up for the live show, September 16th. RSVP. It's going to be a freaking amazing day. I promise we're going to have the best time for you guys. So, guys, thanks for joining us. For Kevin, who's MIA but gave us a video. For Dave, for Andrew, for Thomas, the best producer in the freaking world, waking up in the middle of the night, running everything flawlessly. Thomas, you're the best. Guys, remember, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, you ought to support the one that wins awards. Until next week, the bar is closed.